Hello and thank you for joining me for your daily tarot. So today I'm taking a look at doing a daily checkup for you. So we're going to find out what's going on in your situation and how you can resolve the current situation. As always, I will be pulling guidance and advice at the end of the reading, okay? Right, so what is going on for our collective? What is going on? Right, so I do feel it necessary to cut this deck for you. Okay. Right, so your current situation is the Three of Cups with the Ten of Wands. Okay. Yeah. Difficulties within a group here, or difficulties to do with some kind of project that you are a part of at this point in time, but it's definitely difficulties with dealing with other people, okay? Everyone kind of being out for themselves at this point in time, which is understandable up to a certain level, okay? But when it gets to the point where absolutely everybody is only out for whatever it is they can get, it's too much, you know. Like the scale has swung too much in an unhealthy way, okay? There's this feeling of being overwhelmed within a group here as well, okay? I will take a closer look into that energy because there is a lot more that's wanting to come out that I'm just not quite able to reach right now. The background influences that are causing this situation is the Nine of Cups. There you go. Everyone out for themselves. Everyone only being interested in self. Yeah, like that Nine of Cups being there for the background reasons behind this is so telling. So I feel that now it's appropriate for us to get a deeper dive into this energy. Was the Three of Cups with the Ten of Wands, please? Currently feeling very disconnected from the rest of society at the moment as well for a lot of yous, for the reasons that I've already mentioned. And it's no wonder. Honestly, it's no wonder at all. The Two of Wands, yeah. Trying to pick a different direction, trying to pick a different path here, maybe even trying to convince these others that that they are being massively selfish, and you know, trying to convince them to sort of change up what it is that they're doing. What's this Three of Cups? Thank you, the Hangman. Yeah, trying to convince these other people, look, stop, pause, reflect, trying to convince them that there's a better way of doing things here. It's almost like you're trying to stop this group from causing more harm here, okay? There's also, the word sacrifice is associated with the Hangman, right? And again, reading within context, individuals are not, they're not willing to make the necessary sacrifices for the greater good, as it were, okay? As I say, the issue here is people have become inherently selfish, okay? That's literally the whole issue that's coming out of this read. They're not willing to make the necessary sacrifices, as I've said. Can you tell us more? It's strange as well the way that these cards have started coming out. It's like the message wants to get out, but people don't want to hear it. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on when the deck is stuttering. Okay, the message is there. You're probably a messenger, but people don't want to hear it. And to clarify this energy here, you've got the Six of Cups, nostalgia. So people don't like change. People in general, they just like things to be the way that they've always been. They don't want to make any sacrifices here. Have more information, please. What's going on? Ace of Cups in the reverse. Again, with the selfish energy. Ace of Cups in the reverse. I mean, It's showing me that there is a lot of blocked logic here that's going on. And so you're not going to be able to convince people to do things differently, to think differently, to be different. You're not going to be able to convince them to do these things because of their blocked logic. It's very frustrating. What's this 2 of Wands? What's this 2? Ace of Wands off centre. That's a false start. Potentially leaving you in a state of frustration. Having others misunderstanding you here with the Ace of Wands off centre. It's like you've got the drive, the passion, the ambition. You've certainly got the skill. At the moment, this energy is you literally knocking your head up against a brick wall and expecting the house to move. You know, it's not going to work. What you're doing is honourable. What you're doing is absolutely fantastic, according to this energy, right? Your intent is absolutely in the best place possible. But others are not going to listen because they're so inherently selfish, and therein lies the problem. So you've got this Hermit that's coming out as the immediate causes of your situation. And the Hermit can indicate introspection. You feel alone. You feel utterly alone in this endeavour of yours. Of this endeavour of yours to try and lead by example. It's like, how can I lead by example when no one's looking, no one's watching, no one's listening? How can I possibly lead by example when there is no audience? Hermit, isolation. It's almost as if you're waiting for this big awakening of the masses here. And that would be nice, wouldn't it? It would be nice. But it feels like you're losing hope. Hermit, to clarify the Hermit. There are actually other people out there exactly like you. It's just finding these people. These people will find you. Eventually they will. The Hermit, clarifying the Hermit, it speaks volumes. Because that's when people are ready to hear the truth, they will go seeking the truth. Okay. The student, the master appears when the student's ready. Yeah, it's that exact message. The King of Swords off centre. That's malicious, vindictive misinformation. It is also lies, trickery, deceit and gaslighting. A King of Swords off centre. That's what you're up against. This group of people here is currently listening to this individual or this careful establishment, and it's full of lies, it's full of bullshit. King of Swords off centre. That's someone who lays down rules for others but doesn't follow the rules themselves. That's the King of Swords off centre. It's someone who wants the power and the influence, but they don't want to be held accountable themselves for whenever they make a mistake. It's someone who forgets that they themselves are also only human. And yet they've got this opinion that they are above everyone else. Who is this person, I wonder? I don't know. I'm just reading the tarot. It could be multiple someone's. The obstacle that you're needing to overcome is the 9 of Pentacles. It's a strange one for an obstacle, because your 9 of Pentacles is very self-assured energy, very self-made energy. It's about being self-sufficient. It's about being your own boss. Again, take it for what it is. Okay? Now, for all we know, this could be a situation that's playing out within a workplace. Somebody here could be struggling with office politics, and they're wanting to strike out on their own, create their own business, start their own brand, do their own thing. It could be that. Or it could be something on a much bigger scale. So again, you've got to use your discernment. If it's about office politics, basically this King of Swords off centre is about to bring the hammer down on those exact people who defended them. This King of Swords is about to betray all of these people who fought on this person's behalf. It's a massive betrayal that's coming in for every single one of them. If this is going on within a family unit, we could be looking at the head narcissist of the family here, who is literally about to turn on every single one of these people who love that person and who has defended that person. They're about to turn on them all. Throw their love back in their faces with the Ace of Cups in reverse. And the third one I'm not allowed to dive too much into detail with, because it could also be going on a much bigger scale. You're smart, you can read between the lines. Your Nine of Coins is your efforts being rewarded. It's success, independence and achievements with self-sufficiency and living a comfortable lifestyle. That's Nine of Coins, and this is an obstacle. The vast majority of you who were attracted to this reading, you're just wanting to be self-sufficient. You're just wanting to be your own boss. You're just wanting to be king or queen of your own home, should we say. That's not a lot to ask, is it? It's not a lot to ask at all. And yet this is a problem. This is a problem. But this one, you already know the reasons why that would be. You don't need me to spell it out. And I wouldn't be allowed to spell it out either. But it's interesting. Okay, I do apologise for the sudden disappearance there. That was the door. Right, so the attitude that is going to be beneficial for you to take at this point in time is the King of Wands. I love that. I love that so much. So it's basically Spirit's... Oh, I'm going to end up in so much trouble. It's Spirit's way of saying... The King of Wands, okay, it doesn't matter if you're man, woman, gender fluid, whatever, right? It's the go-getter. It's the one who gets things done. It's the one who stands up and says, "Dear Mr. King of Swords off-centre, to hell with your rules, I'm going to do it my way." They're saying 3 words, okay? Do not comply. That's what they're saying with the King of Wands energy. That's the attitude that you're needing to take. Can you tell us more about the King of Wands? Yeah, Page of Cups. So with that being the Page of Cups, it's saying don't let your emotions get in the way. So do not allow your emotions to be the driving force, okay? Because you've got to remain cool, calm and collected. 3 of Swords in reverse, okay? Whatever situation this is about, whether it be smaller scale or bigger scale for you, the message and the advice is the same. try not to allow your emotions to run away with you. Okay? You're going to have to make logical decisions here. Stand up and defend yourself. And do not fall in line with whatever dictatorship is being presented in front of you. Okay? The action that you're needing to take, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. The Ten of Pentacles is house, home, job, security, career. It's the card of generations. Can be associated with generational wealth. Okay? So the action that you're needing to take is to secure and protect everything that is yours and everything that you wish to hand down onto the next generations. Okay? Now this could also be a situation where you've got someone corrupt who's trying to buy out land, or who's trying to buy up houses or whatever, for their own personal gain. And if you don't want to move, you don't have to move, you know. Maybe it was your dream to hand down that piece of land or that house onto your kids, and then your grandkids, and then your great-grandkids. Do you know what I mean? It could be something like that that's going on here as well, especially with the word of generational. Okay, so you're needing to consider the generations, not just the generations that have come before, that have been through similar and have had to defend themselves, their rights, so that then it could get passed down to you. But you're also needing to consider the generations that are going to come next. Okay? It reminds me very much of that really old song. I say really old, it's like 90s. If you tolerate this, then your children will be next. Yeah? It reminds me of that. Your most likely outcome, Four of Wands. There you go. Reaching a milestone is the most likely outcome. A milestone of safety and security. This is a celebration. It's harmony. It's homecoming. Okay. This is the most stable card in tarot, which is exactly what you're wanting to see as the most likely outcome. If you defend yourself, if you defend your rights, if you stick it to whoever this person is that's trying to dictate how you should live your life. As long as you don't comply with that, you're gonna be golden, literally. Now again, whatever context this clicks for you as, that's the context you should take it as. Okay, because I don't know if this is small scale or big scale. Okay, I don't know. All I can see is there is someone overstepping, overreaching, being a dictator within this group. You're trying to get this group to see sense. You're trying to get this group to understand what this person's doing. They're not listening. They're going to pay a hefty price for not listening. And you're going to be the only one that doesn't comply with this dictator's demands. And so you're the one that's coming out with the Four of Wands. That can also indicate communities coming together as well. So in the meanwhile, with you feeling like you're completely alone here, like no one's listening to you, it's possible that whoever this is here has made out to this group of people that you're mad, that you're crazy, that you're this, you're that, you're paranoid, you're yada yada yada, you know, the list is endless. They've probably made out to all these people that they shouldn't listen to you because you've got, I don't know, mental health issues or whatever, when you don't. You're the only one that's speaking truth. You're the only one that's speaking sense. And you're standing here holding on to that truth for dear life. So what's going to happen? This one here is going to end up betraying all of these. They're going to end up coming running back to you. Oh, I'm sorry. We should have listened. You know, looking to you for this leadership with the King of Wands. Looking to you for some sense of direction, for some sense of sanity and security. That's exactly how this is going to play out. So whatever you do, do not buckle, do not break, do not bend. Whatever you do. What's under there? Look, 5 of Wands. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that energy, does it? You can see it for yourself. It's literally an illustration of a whole bunch of people fighting in amongst themselves. Whoever this King of Swords off balance is, they started this fight, and yet they're nowhere to be seen. They started this fight amongst this group of people, and then they stood back and watched all of these people fight among themselves. They're a little upstart. 6 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Again with the nostalgia. The past energies. I feel that this one is a very healing energy though, because you do have all the mushrooms here. And mushrooms, they're all connected to each other underground. So it's a reminder that everybody is connected to each other. It's a reminder of that connectivity, okay? But it does feel very, very healing because mushrooms can be medicine as well. And that's the first word that I heard when I looked at that card was medicine. It's medicine. Or this is something to do with medicine. But I honestly, I feel that this is more to do with this situation being healed. I'm just trying to figure out what's on that little cherub there. So you've got 2 little cherubs on that mushroom. And I was trying to figure out what is that on that little cherub. I thought at first it could have been a spider, but it's not. I think it's more a ribbon. He's got like a dove tied to a ribbon, which is a really strange thing to do. It's like, yeah, he's got 2 doves actually. There's one there and one there, and they're both tied up by ribbons, but then the ribbon is kind of wrapped around him as well. Now, birds shouldn't be on a leash. That's clearly a leash. And they shouldn't really be in cages either, you know. Birds have wings, right? They're supposed to be able to stretch their wings and fly. But this cherub has got 2 doves on a leash. So the symbology of that, I feel, is to do absolutely with freedoms. Freedoms, independent freedoms, because there's 2. And both of these birds are on a leash, so it's independent freedoms. It's like a compromise is reached, but you're still going to be somewhat tethered, if that makes sense. You're still going to be somewhat kept under control, but there is a compromise here. But I think that that's the entire issue that's being resolved here. Because it is time to cut they ribbons. It is time to cut they tethers. Abso-friggin-lutely. It's almost like a false sense of control. So this one up here will only be satisfied when they have this sense of control, when they think that they're in control, when they think that they're winning. Okay. Can I have a healing message for our collective, please? Surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Yeah, well, we've already seen that you're the one that is trying to speak sense to this group of people here who will just not have it, will just not listen at all. You are trying to be of service to others. I feel that this is going to be a message for this group of people here, that they are to surrender their egos, and then they can listen. And until they surrender their egos, until that happens, then nothing much is going to change. Remain humble. When these people come crawling back to you, remain humble. When these people are apologizing to you, remain humble. Because yes, you did try and tell them. Yes, you absolutely did. And no, they didn't listen. But ultimately, nobody really likes to be told, I told you so, either. Do you know what I mean? What else? Heal the ouch. Number 38, healing energy. Literally. Now, in order to heal, that takes a certain level of vulnerability. Which, remember, not everybody is willing nor able to be vulnerable at this point in time in order to do that healing work. Not everybody is willing and able to look at themselves and go, I contributed such and such whatever to this situation that has now bit me on the ass. Not everybody is able to do that. It takes vulnerability for somebody to sit there and go, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'd say with this one to wait it out, okay? And to focus on your own healing journey. And to focus on the part that you're currently playing or contributing, okay? What else? What else? Don't compare your life to others. Your journey is your own. Learn new things. It'll help you in the future. And there's still time to change the road that you're on. It's never too late. I feel that that's you giving advice to these people. I feel strongly that I'm speaking to healers here who are still going to be helping out those who turned their backs on you. When they come back to you, cap in hand as it were, you're going to be helping them to heal. Because there is no ego. There is none. The sacrifices you make today will be worth it. Isn't that interesting? Because we've already mentioned that word multiple times here. So the sacrifices that you've made, as in having to go it alone to a certain extent, is going to be worth it. Okay, right, so let's uplift the energy because that was quite a serious reading. So we're going to find out what wonderful words of wisdom the shitty deck is going to provide. And we'll close out this read for you. Okay, so you've got 2. Some people act like their shit don't stink and that they can walk all over you. But remember, everyone shits and everyone has an opinion. But the only shit that should matter is your own, and if you're regular. And if you wish to succeed, you must brave the risk of failure. Because people who make shit happen, they don't wait for shit to happen, but they do some shit about it. Yeah. It's that go-getter attitude. Literally the King of Wands energy. Wow. But yeah, that is what I have for you today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful to someone. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you did like it and you're wanting to see more. Information on where you can place a private booking with me, that can be found in my description box below. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.